people can sometimes be frustrating. I'm not generalizing, I'm not saying like all people, where everyone like sucks and we have to get away from everyone.
I will never understand people.
They're the worst.
But some days, people just like don't get it. They'll take advantage of my kindness, won't have any awareness of like how their actions affect me, will be fake and phony, etc. But there are also like amazing people out there too. They are of course like rare to find, and I hope that like the people who know me think of me as like one of these people. But the older that I get, the more I realize like the world changes when ordinary people choose to become better examples. So as I'm always saying, if we want to create change in the world, we have to become the change that like we hope to see. And so if I can promote better people, then I want to do that, like show people that like maybe the people who are being shown most often on TV, like, or even like your favorite influencers, maybe aren't the people like who all of us should be emulating. So in today's episode, I'm going to tell you guys the 5 types of people who the world needs more of. And so we'll be talking about like people who are consistent, people who are looking for reasons to be happy instead of like always complaining, people who wear their hearts on their sleeves and like aren't afraid to be who they really are, people who are concerned with your well-being and like how their words and actions make you feel, and people who remind you of all the good in the world. Anyways, without further ado, let's dive deeper now.
Give me a...
What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the Jared and James channel. I'm Jared Weiss. If you guys didn't know, that must mean that you're not subscribed to the channel, so you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and let me know your thoughts in the video. Follow me on every platform, and if you guys haven't done so already, make sure to check. And if you guys haven't done so already, make sure to check out my book, Fight Through by Jared Weiss. All links to purchase it are on my website, which is jaredbryanweiss.com. That's JAREDRYANWEISS.com. Buy the book, support me, and make sure to check out all those awesome shirts in there as well. Every shirt has been designed by me, every shirt is made of 100% organic cotton. So like any support at all, as I'm always saying, would be very greatly appreciated. So let's dive deeper now into the 5 people who the world needs more of now. So first, the world most definitely needs more people who are consistent. I can't stand people who don't know like where you stand with them. Especially as a highly sensitive person, it drives me crazy when one day someone acts like they're my best friend, and it's like the very next day they don't even know me.
Who is this?
I'd honestly rather not be friends at all if that's the case, because I'm not going to be some backup option for you for like whenever it's convenient for you to be friends with me. I'm not sure like if any of you have experienced this, but I find it like very weird how some people are so comfortable like with acting this way around others. And not even just like when it comes to the level of our friendship, but the consistency with what I'm getting from someone matters too. I don't like people who are all over the place where like their mood dictates how they treat you. Now of course I understand, all of us have our days, we all have our moments, so everyone does like need space for their emotions. And part of being a good friend is actually about creating that safe space for others to feel whatever it is like they're feeling.
We're calling just to say, I'm there for you.
And to allow them to express their emotions too. That's of course big for me, and like I love people who create that safe space for me and like my big heart to feel like all that I need to feel. But when you're someone who's all over the place with how you treat people, that's a problem. You having a rough day doesn't give you the right to make someone else's day rough too. But when you have a strong character that doesn't really get like swayed by life events, that's way more valuable than like the person who's all over the place, like who's great one day and like horrible the next. And of course you're probably gonna forgive it if you know someone's like a great person deep down, but like they're just like having a really rough day, but you know and understand their heart deep down. But when it's like one day this person treats me great and like so excited to see me, and treats me with kindness, and like the very next time I see you, that's how I approach you now, but like I get the standoffish vibe from you, or you become mean or start bragging, I don't want to be around that. I should know what to expect from you, and should be able like, to get something similar every time. So consistency is a big thing with people, and like making you feel comfortable around them. I can't stand like inconsistent behavior. It just like throws off my whole heart. Number 2, the next type of person who the world needs more of is someone who's looking for things to compliment as well as like reasons to be happy. Some people, it's like they walk up to you and you know like as soon as you see them coming, this person's like about to rain all over your parade.
He poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague unto our houses!
Even on some like social media accounts, you see their posts and you're like, alright, what went wrong today? Who sucks? Who do you hate now? Who messed up your day today? Once again, I'm very understanding and very forgiving, and like we all have our moments, and we all have like our tough stories from day to day, and it's awesome like to have people like who we can share these with. That's something I value greatly. And obviously some people out there are actually carrying very heavy, tough situations, and are carrying real pain, and like I'm not talking about that. I of course know all about that myself. What I'm referring to here though, is the people who become addicted to their negativity, even when they have the power to change something. So if every time you see someone they're always in a pissy mood, or are constantly upset about the same things, maybe they're causing their own misery and like are an active participant in their own problems. If this person has the same problems all the time, and you try to help them over and over again, and yet they don't make any of those changes, they would most likely rather complain about their problems than fix them. And you don't need that energy because it's only going to drain you. Trust me, I know from my own experience. And look, I love helping people, I love listening to people's problems, I love being like that helping hand and like listening ear, and I love trying to help people through their problems. But when it becomes like every time you see me, there's more problems, that's an issue for me.
I got a lot of problems with you people!
I love giving out compliments, and like I love whenever someone returns the favor. It could be a new shirt, new shoes, someone looks strong today. And the more that you give out these compliments, the more it starts like to flow out naturally. You start looking for things to compliment unconsciously. And who doesn't love getting compliments?
Tell me, it's a new haircut, isn't it? It's got to be a new haircut, new makeup. You've had a lift, you've had a tuck, you've had something.
And furthermore, I think something a lot of people value in me is my optimism and like how I'm searching for reasons to be happy, not searching for reasons to complain. And trust me, there's always plenty of them out there. Optimism is of course my natural state, so when people see me, they know exactly what they're getting into. A big thing with me, as I'm always talking about, is the world has everything. You've got reasons to be happy and reasons to complain at all times. And of course, once again, it's different like when we have our own personal difficulties and like our own personal challenges. And we should have people who we're comfortable opening up to. But generally speaking, if we look hard enough for reasons to smile and like reasons to be happy, we're going to find those too. So, find others who do this too, find others who make you happy, who make you laugh, and those who you could joke with. Because these people are going to raise your vibration and make dealing with all those challenges way easier, versus like adding to your pain. Number 3, the next type of person who the world needs more of is the person who isn't afraid to wear their heart on their sleeve. The one who's been told over and over again like they love too much or they care too much about something. And no matter how many times they get broken down or handed disrespect, they keep that same heart. So being someone who's very sensitive and like always tries to treat others how I want to be treated, and who wears my heart on my sleeve, I get taken advantage of often, I have my kindness mistaken for weakness, I've had people use me and walk all over me, but I never let that change what's in my heart. The world, as we know, is full of people who wear masks at all times, thinking like this is helping them by not showing the world who they truly are. But eventually, time exposes these fake people. The world needs more people who know who they are, love themselves, and to love fully and care fully too. We've got enough people who are afraid to be themselves, and who fake who they are for others' approval, or change who they are based on like who they're speaking with.
What was that?
What?
That noise you just made.
Oh, that was my work laugh.
Your work laugh?
They manipulate others to get money to get something from them, and these people are constantly taking and never giving back, and it hurts like whenever you have to deal with these people. But as hard as it can be to stay soft and stay kind in a sometimes cold world, it's people like us who have a job to do. We are the change that like the world needs, and so you may have been told that like having emotions makes you weak, and you're not supposed to feel like when something bad happens, and you always have to like stay strong and like stay rock solid. But as far as I see it, that's not real and like that's not life. What is real though is feeling all your feelings, and then you decide how you show up. You choose your response. That takes real strength to show the world the real you, and not just change who you are just because like one other person couldn't handle it. You think that like you're protected by this false image that you've created? Because if they don't like you, well then like it wasn't the real you anyways. But that image will crumble eventually, and you're gonna be left to pick up the pieces of something that wasn't even you and like something that was like totally fake. Number 4, the next type of person who the world needs more of is the one who's concerned with your well-being and like is aware of how their actions and how their words make you feel. They notice when something's off and they're gonna check on you. Now look, I'm not talking about like censoring yourself around people, but on the flip side though, this idea of like people just having free reign to say whatever they want and like whatever's on their minds, the people who do that have no awareness and like definitely lack self-control.
I like the expletive smash.
You need to realize that like your words and actions towards others can have consequences. You can't just walk all over me because I'm so nice. I've had my fair share of friendship breakups because the other person took advantage of my kindness. They felt like they could just say whatever they wanted to me because like I wasn't gonna fight back. But I reached a point where even like as a nice guy, I have to have like my own boundaries in place. And so I'm not gonna allow you to talk down to me over and over again, or constantly criticize me when I've been nothing but nice to you. There's something called tact that like a lot of people out there lack. You need to be able to understand how what you're saying makes someone feel. And it's not weak to care about others' emotions when it's something like who you care about. If you think like something needs to be said, well then think to yourself, how can I say this in a way that's not going to hurt the other person? Versus just like proving my dominance over them. It's the same thing when it comes to coaching. It's all about like knowing your personnel.
I'm out of here. Bye-bye. I'll see you, Mr. Big Time Coach. Bye-bye. I'm not like my old man. I'm a kind and gentle, compassionate human being.
You can't treat everyone the exact same way and like expect everyone to respond the same way. So I love people and like I try to be someone who cares about others' well-being. I'm aware of who I'm speaking to and like how my words are going to make them feel. And I'm aware of like how these words might be received, and I think other people need this type of awareness too. Number 5, the next type of person who the world needs more of is the person who reminds you of the good in the world. This person feels like medicine whenever you're around them, and you know that like their heart and their intentions are always in the right place. And you know that like you can tell them anything. You don't have to hide anything or act some different way around them. You can just like be yourself fully. Just by being in their presence, this person exudes realness and like good vibes. You can talk about your goals and dreams with them, and like they're only going to respond by getting you to dream even bigger. You can tell them about like all your hardest challenges, and they're going to remind you that like you're not alone, and they're going to show you the strength that like you forgot about. And even if it's like a situation that doesn't require advice, being in their mere presence will make you feel better. This person is good at the goodness of their heart, not looking for publicity or rewards, or is only good and kind to you when you could do something for them. This person stays real and like doesn't get swayed by the trends or by bad people. They remain steadfast in character and are loyal to a fault. So at the end of the day, the world doesn't need more perfection. It needs more people who make others feel safe, inspired, understood, and hopeful. So be that person who reminds others like there is still good in the world. Anyways, that's the episode. If you guys enjoyed what you heard, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. I will catch you guys next time. Stay positive, stay hustling, stay grinding, catch you next time. Peace.